This is a very quick review of the NetComm MyZone mobile 3G Wi-Fi router. Long name, amazing results. I picked it up today earlier at the Apple Store and it works great. It's very thin, it's sleek, it's tiny, fits in my pocket, no problems. The comparison that I'm going to compare it to is the Huawei E5830, which I absolutely hate. It's a piece of junk and I wish I'd never had it come into my possession. First I'll go through the complaints of the Huawei and then I'll tell you what this one does to come up for that. The Huawei, turn it on. I already have it connected. Wait, it's already automatically disconnected from Wi-Fi for some reason. You need to turn them on independently. So there's a switch to turn Wi-Fi on and off, and there's a switch to connect and disconnect from the internet. Why? I have no idea. I turn it on and I want it to connect to the internet, so it should just do that. It doesn't, so whatever. What you gonna do? Another issue that I have with the Huawei is if it's on in this form, in this way, so I'm using it to connect to my multiple devices, and I plug it into my computer, plugs in via the USB. It won't charge while it's connected to the network. So it's kind of useless. It gets 4 hours of battery life, which is crap. And yeah, it's just really not what I want. It also doesn't route traffic between computers. So it connects you to the internet, but it doesn't let you see the other computers and connect between them. Very frustrating, and yeah, I will be getting rid of this very soon. Most likely to somebody on Craigslist or something along those lines. Now, moving on to this one. Size-wise, it's much thinner. You can see when I compare the two. They are, you can see that it's much thinner. This one has it comes with a stand, completely unnecessary, and it flips off easily. So there you can see it's much thinner, has a larger overall size, but it's thin. On the back here, on top of an iPhone, you can see it's about the same width of an iPhone, and a little bit shorter. So that gives you a size comparison. Simplicity of buttons, it has an on and an off switch. So you flip it on, it goes on and it connects to the internet. You flip it off, it turns itself off. That's fairly straightforward and fairly simple. SIM card slot right there. Non-removable battery, kind of an annoyance, because I did have a backup battery for this one, but this one claims to have a 7-hour battery life. So far I've gotten about 6.5 hours out of it, and before I needed to charge. So that was just this afternoon. I fully charged it and then used it for 6 hours and a bit. Charges much faster than Huawei. And I'm also comparing it to the MiFi because I did have a MiFi before this, 2732 or something like that, which I threw out because it got recalled and well, actually the battery exploded, but that's a different story. Anyways, this one, it also routes traffic between computers, so I was using it earlier for air sharing, for air display, as well as Synergy on my Mac. Bonjour works. You can route traffic between the computers through this thing. It is a wireless router. It's not a wannabe wireless router like this one here that I got from Virgin. So to set up, you get it, you turn it on, you pop your SIM card in. You'll see it come up on your available networks. In the manual, it tells you all about the passwords and things like that. Things to be there. So the initial Wi-Fi password is password. That is how you get in. And then once you get there, you need to go to this website address, my.zone. So http/ everything my.zone. That's the website. And that's the configuration menu. You get in there, you get in going into the actual configuration by going menu. In the menus, go admin for the passwords. Easy, no problems there. It's all in the manual. And then you need to pop in your carrier APN. I bought mine in Australia, so it came with an Australian list. They're very easy to find. My carrier wasn't actually on this, so I just Googled it and went from there. Speed-wise, I tested it earlier this evening, or just a minute ago. I got 3.0 megabits per second down and 0.44 up. Earlier today I was getting about 3.7 down and 1.5 to 1.8 megabits per second up. It depends on your network, depends on who you are, where you are, and what you're connected to. Other than that, it works beautifully. Very much impressed with it, and I would recommend it. I've actually already recommended it to a couple people, and they've bought them all in Sydney, so they're no longer available in the Sydney Apple Store, the one downtown. Until further notice. We'll see how long that lasts. Anyways, any questions, feel free to ask. That is the NetComm MyZone mobile 3G Wi-Fi router.